What's up, everyone, and welcome to Lair of the Spider Lord, an Astro Mythos adventure. This is based on a module and setting created by Jon Sideriadis, and this is episode 3. What happened last time, though? Should we chat about it for a second?
Let's just kind of chat.
Yeah, let's just be relaxed and casual.
Okay.
And just chat.
Well, we fought that very rude, angry,
extremely rude
Starslayer who had anger issues, and gradually killed him.
Yeah, that is true. He did do that.
Cut out his tongue.
Cut out his tongue, kept his tongue.
These are important notes.
Said a really hard line where Indo was like, and that's what I'm going to put in front of the Pantocrator when we see him next, which was really cool. We got to know each other a
but
little
then
more.
also
Yeah,
the guy we detongued, or I detongued,
Atromitos. Atromitos.
but then there was a thing about creating life with
Doulos stabbed him with a special awesome
and
dagger.
then life was created.
Yeah.
Grove of trees
And
burst forth.
healthy life.
Yeah.
Which was pretty rad.
and he exploded into chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you,
Which I fed to the platelets.
Right.
Yeah.
And also ate some of.
yeah, roasted over the fire.
Yummy.
I think that Silas and Doulos we're not on the best of terms. Doulos understandably suspicious of a Starslayer.
He's super yeah, he does not like
I mean, considering we just had to save him from one.
humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that he was trying to make the case for the Pantocrator being evil to Silas, and explain how all this worked with the Sefties at least, creating Pantocrator as a puppet. We talked a little bit about our backstories around the fire.
You did. And then you guys rested and you feel a little stronger the next day. They leveled up. And
Doulos told us he has the only human that he trusts is Vuna, who lives in a mountain and will be able to help bring this type of tree new life back. So we're gonna go to a mountain.
cool. Yep, that's it. That's what happened.
And we woke up and there was an eclipse.
And there's an eclipse. Indeed.
Does the eclipse have music?
I was about to start some, Doug. Thanks for asking. Are you making your way towards... do you want to spend time in the morning to chat? Or are you just going to...
I think that Silas is going to at least do a couple things before we set out.
Okay.
She
Hey!
She is going to, it might be difficult, but try to collect any bits of the blood gold nuggets that came out of Atromitos, although it might have been scattered by the trees. And whatever she can find, she's going to divvy it up for the party members.
Okay.
And try to offer them this gold from Starslayer. Here, I collected this, if y'all, why go to waste? Right? And then she's also going to, I think, take that shield that says Atromitos and tunk it into the place with where the treasure chest was, which I had the sense had some kind of stomach qualities, would dissolve things. She's trying to hide the evidence of what happened to Atromitos. That's the only piece that's left, because she is taking the sword and armor.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're donning the armor.
I'm donning it. I'm donning it hard. Do I feel any different?
I don't think so. Maybe a little... You feel like you're wearing armor.
A little heavier.
Less naked.
Yeah, maybe a little less naked. You might feel... I don't know how you feel about that.
Feel the breeze a little less.
It's business clothes. Don't matter to me either way.
Don't know matter to me either way.
Okay.
I like how you said it. I don't know. I have to find that. But
All right.
I don't think so.
Okay. Other than that, I think I'm ready to go.
Can I look at the eclipse and kind of see what is going on there? Is this pretty normal for us? Is it oh yeah, it's an eclipse, or is it an omen of doom,
Yeah, that's fair. Can I roll a religion?
Yeah, you guys can roll religion or nature.
Sweet.
Wow. That was a little...
Ooh. Is my nature. Ooh, dirty 20.
Okay.
Is it
Is
solar
this-
or lunar?
Considering this is the
Solar.
dead body of my mother.
Yeah.
Does this feel like I feel like, like maybe Montevascos would be familiar with like her rotation across the sky and how often these sorts of eclipses happen. So like for him, is this like, oh, she's not usually an eclipse?
Yeah, I'm gonna
during
say
this
with that, I would say that you would. Yes, this is not normal. She would not necessarily be there.
in eclipse currently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But also, she's dead too.
So that could
like,
be affecting. Sure. Yeah.
maybe there's something. But also, I still feel like if you're relating it to like your mother and like her patterns.
Oh, for sure. Like
I don't know that you would. So and you're a moon piece.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just feels a little unnatural.
Okay. Well, either way, Montevascos wakes up in kind of a bad mood. Just because, the reality of what an eclipse is to him. So, yeah. I think he's just sort of dour this morning.
So, we're off to the mountains then.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's the next
Immediately.
step.
Yeah,
on the way.
Doulos is just packing up and kind of quietly just waiting. He says, "Follow me when you're ready."
I have no further business here. I am ready to travel when the rest of you are.
Okay, so you start walking towards the mountains away from Nanokora. Doulos is pretty quiet, but I think that I feel like you're all kind of still maybe thinking about like what was talked about the night before, and Doulos's words kind of just echo in your minds. Veyen Seftis Thul en Korah Verel. When Seftis died, the universe felt it. Varen El Cheyenne, it was not quiet. Varen Iltho Ray, it did not fade. No, his end was a wound, torn open across the fabric of existence, and the cosmos recoiled. His rage, his hunger, his refusal to vanish, it did not disperse like dust among the stars. It collapsed, folding inward, until nothing remained but a void where a star had once burned. And even nothingness can spread. His death struck Zos like a spear of white, hot lightning. The Pantocrator that calls itself human carries Seftis in his chest. A black hole where a heart should be, a hunger that does not stop. Through him the dead star spreads, consuming, corrupting, pulling all things into his hollow center. Zos is suffering, he is dying, and the humans, and I think you remember this gaze from last night as like Doulos is trying to describe to you what exactly is going on. He says, those wretched, those corrupted things crawl across his skin like parasites, diseased, filthy, hollowed by their own greed. They take and take, leaving him untended, uncared for. Their very presence is a poison, a sickness that seeps into his roots, infecting his breath, rotting Zos's soul from the inside. I stand upon cracked earth, the weight of my ancestors pressing against my shoulders, and I listen to the whispers in the roots, and they tell me what I already know. If we do not fight, if we do not burn brighter than the void itself, then soon there will be nothing left at all. And that that memory of last night kind of fades into the background a little bit. But yeah, so you are traveling. The hours are kind of creeping by. This eclipse remains in the sky. Definitely, like we had you guys with your perception checks, very unnatural. The air grows kind of cold, like a little colder. And there's just like this weird acrid scent that just kind of fills the air. It kind of stings the nostrils. And as you're walking, it just feels a little distorted. There's this like, it's you know how we've all experienced eclipse here in this room, how weird it is. It's so weird. And it's like, so this is like constant state of like in between night and day, but it's like dark. And it's, and you're kind of traveling through trees and...
Can I roll a perception check on just the environment and what, like if, like, I don't know, during that total eclipse, there was like all the wildlife does weird stuff, and I know that the wildlife is different and maybe not even really alive, but I'm curious what that's like.
Could I do a perception check on the smell?
Yeah.
That's a 25.
So you're trying to just looking at...
Just like what is happening.
And like listening.
Yeah.
It is, you got 25?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are on this path, and you're kind of... This land is pretty dead. You're going, it's dry, it is cracked. There are like skeletal remains of trees around, but it is like quiet. Like there's nothing, not a lot of animals going on. Like it's just an eerily, it doesn't sound, you can't hear bugs, you don't hear...
Just nothingness.
Yeah. It's eerie. But I will say with your perception check, as you're kind of, the ground starts to elevate a little bit as you're walking towards these mountains. And so it's getting a little bit more cliffy and rocky. There's like big boulders. And you're there's a cliff as you're rounding, as you're moving forward towards the mountain top, not the mountain top, but the bottom of the base of the mountain. And you're kind of turning quarter. I would say you, with your 25, you hear a sound, a faint hum, like up kind of where the cliff as you're rounding it. I'd say it's probably about 60 feet up. And you kind of hear this like faint hum. And with your perception check, you can hear that it's a little rhythmic and kind of unnatural. And it's, I assume you look up with your perception as you're like looking up. You do see that perched above you on the edge of a jagged cliff. This is barely concealed by like these brittle remains of a bush, like too thin to hide anything. Something is watching you. It's a shape. It's human, but not quite. You see that its upper body is hunched low with its arms drawn in tight as if it believes that this stillness is making it invisible. But then its lower half, as you look down at it, it kind of like, it betrays itself a little bit. And it looks like it's a hovering satellite core connected to this torso. And it's kind of pulsing with dim, flickering energy. And there's like metal plates kind of twitching. And it's kind of unsure what to do. And it makes eye contact with you. And then immediately, it's like there's a beat of silence when it makes eye contact with you. And it immediately freezes. And then there's like, it hops up really quick. And it's like, you can see that it's up. It's like trying to figure out fight or flight. And then with like a sharp, like a whir and a burst of blue light from its satellite body, it bolts. And like there's like dust and loose rocks. It pushes like kind of coming off the cliff.
I'm gonna,
and you can't see it anymore.
I can't see. Can I dash after it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I would like to like bolt after it, and as fast as I can go.
Where are you going?
I'm just going.
Okay. So you are falling. This thing's pretty fast too. It's like satellite core is like kicking up. It's like almost like an overdrive, and it's like kicking up a bunch of dust and air. It almost also seems like it's a little clumsy. It's trying to get around rocks, and it's just, and you see that it goes into a cave, and that's what you see. Are you going to continue in?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm trailing you though, because I'm just concerned about splitting the party.
Same.
Yeah, I'll look at Doulos and say, I think we're making quick pit stop.
This is like, do we? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it gonna? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's.
And I'm just gonna call
Detour!
Like, I think me and
Are you
Doulos are just like kind of slowly walking up a mountain
Yes.
path, just like, no, this happens.
I'm gonna follow you on foot then.
I mean,
I think
I'm on foot.
Okay, then I'll follow you.
My thought was running.
Okay.
It's so Doulos and Monovoskos are slowly following behind the three of you, or you're way
I'm
more
gone.
ahead.
And I mean, this thing looked pretty beat up. Like, I'm not in a rush because I don't feel like this is like oh god, this is
mean,
going to be a big fight. I'm like, okay, they're going to go.
I don't think you even saw it really.
Yeah,
I
I
think
just kind of
really-
saw you guys beeline it.
Indo
Yeah.
is pretty much the only
Saw
one. that
Endo
saw it.
dash and went, oh,
Yeah, I guess we're running now.
oh.
Casual
But
walk.
yeah, no, I book it after it. And
Yeah, you just see this path of bursts of like air from this little satellite butt that moves across the earth. As you move deeper into the cave, you see that it's like you're kind of scanning, and it looks like it's like embedded, like not embedded, but like there's like ancient metal. There's just like there's different things like collection. It's like a collection of things. You definitely see like skeletal remains of like interstellar wreckage and like different gadgets and bee-boops and stuff like that.
is this Wally? Oh my god, is it Wally?
And
My
Wally, but
animation
a
crush.
Human torso.
I accidentally pretty much wrote Wally. I was like, shit.
Are you just not realizing it?
Oh, no, I'm not. When I was writing, I was like, I don't care. I'm keeping it in. But
It's
yeah.
so cute.
So
it's like there's like it's like curated.
give me a perception check as you're coming towards the end of this cave here, as you're like just looking around at all this debris.
18.
Okay, so you see that there's like this figure that you saw is hovering kind of amid this debris. It's kind of half buried in like rusted machine parts and forgotten like alloys. Its upper body is unmistakably like human. It has like wiry arms smudged with grease, clothes tattered with age. It's like super wild hair that's never been combed ever. But its lower half is, as you're looking closer, it's a hovering multi-tool like satellite core. Essentially, it's like shifting and whirring, kind of glitching a little bit here and there sometimes. It's some panels are like flicking open and closed. It just seems like it's a little glitchy.
So I'm gonna just get like lower,
It's like
and then I'm also gonna hold a hand up for whoever's following.
And while you're looking at this, why don't you give me a history check on this thing?
It's like when you say human, like flesh.
So it seems like.
Yeah,
You got a taste for it.
maybe. Maybe Monovoscos kind of likes the taste of people.
15.
Okay, I would think that. Okay, I think that you have been around. You know some things. I think that you would at least know that this is what would be called a mechanthrope. And you, I guess, what would you know with a 15? I'll give you like, you know what they're supposed to be. You know that what they're like their demeanor and what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be, how do I say this? Like really full of themselves, like androids that are like very high intelligence. They know things about like everything. They know like every kind of information they retain. They're basically walking like libraries essentially. They're kings and queens of intellect. You know, they're very, and they know it, and they're very proud, a very proud race, and they're very yeah. I think that's what you would know with like a 15, with history. I don't think you've ever met one. I just think you've maybe heard of them. And that's what I'll give you. And give me an insight check.
So that is... Oh shit, a 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah, insight. I mean, the face of this person, it looks human, but the eyes are definitely, they look a little bit more robotic. They light up a little bit, and they're they're around their what is it called? Not an areola. What is it called?
Like the whites?
Areola.
Iris. Like around the iris. I said areola.
Your eyeball areola.
You know, your head nipples.
It's kind of like that, though. Keep it in, Doug.
The eyes are the nipples of the face.
The eyes are the nipples of the face for real, though.
Excuse me, my nipples are down here.
Make it a shirt. So around is like iris. It's the color that I'm thinking of. Is that an iris? Yes. Okay. They kind of like glow like robotically a little bit, like a blue. But with your 21 insight, this it looks like he's obviously a little scared to see you, at least. And then also, there's something with him. He twitches, and there's something with him where like he sees you, and then he gets scared, and then he twitches, and he forgets, and then he sees you.
Oh no, that's awful.
But it's not like time. It's not like timed. It's not like every 2 seconds. He does it a couple times once he looks at you. So yeah, that's what he's doing, and he goes, visitor.
Not here to harm.
It pops up and it's like, visitor. Yes, I know about this. Oh, hi, a visitor. Yes.
You know about this.
I know about this. There's something I know. But visitor,
Have we all walked
there's
in
something
at this
I know
point?
about that.
I was waiting till we got the all clear.
And then I'll gesticulate once it's kind of calm.
I'll come in last to make sure that like I'm not going to scare anybody.
Okay. So you're all coming in. He's visitor. Friends. Yes?
Friends, yeah.
Friends.
Have you met a creature like this?
It kind of goes and it comes out. It's like I think it's going to come up. Well, go ahead. I'm going to see what
have you met creatures like this?
Can I make a perception check
Yeah.
of like what kind of trinkets?
Yeah. Do you want to do are you like looking around his
Yeah, so I
space?
guess that would be investigation.
You can do investigation or perception for that if you'd like.
Can I?
I feel like
see
it
if I-
should be investigation.
No,
even though
this
it's
is.
Yeah, give me a history check.
worse.
Same here.
Yeah. Visitor, I know
Whoa,
many
I get
things.
jumped up
Ask
to
me a
this.
question, Jen.
Got an 11 on investigation.
I had 17 on investigation.
Okay.
You're grounded.
Do I see a DVD box set of Friends?
100%. With an 11, yes.
Cool.
But all the DVDs are missing. There's only
It's missing.
it's missing all of the discs except for like
One of the middle seasons.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
One of the worst ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't watch Friends.
The Christmas turkey episode.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
You're
I
such
never
a
watched.
Rachel.
I didn't watch it.
No.
Neither of you got good history checks?
17 on perception.
No,
Or-
that investigation or whatever.
investigation,
Yeah. You kind of look around. You look around this debris, and it just does seem like kind of very rusty, old. Like you know about interstellar ships, and so you probably see like really old parts of engines and things, like an old steering wheel, or like it's a lot of stuff that doesn't really seem like it matters. But I will say one thing really sticks out to you. You see like a crystalline sphere. It's kind of like underneath some books, and there are some books and stuff. They're dusty and like kind of on like a desk area, but it's definitely a forgotten thing that was just like tucked in somewhere. You find like a crystalline sphere. It's like, I think that as you look at it, it would be made of some sort of like possibly Starforged like ally. It's roughly the size of like a palm. And that's what you see.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to the little guy and say, Mechanthrope, do you have a name?
Ah!
Name?
Huh? Ah! Name. Vayrith 7.
Vayrith 7? Okay, Vayrith 7. What is the crystal sphere?
Crystal sphere.
And I'm gonna point at it.
And they're gonna go over and stare at it. Ha! I knew something about this.
What do you know about it?
I know something about this.
Do you need a repair?
Repair would be nice. Repair. Ah! A visitor!
Yeah, we need to
We
fix
gotta
this.
fix it.
Yeah.
Man.
Do
Okay,
you
so
know
actually,
And it's
I
gonna
do.
turn at the sphere as you pointed at it. He's like, yes, I know something about this.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the sphere because it seems like the only
Lyrion.
thing that's kind of maybe more than just junk. Yeah.
What, the sphere?
The sphere.
You're gonna pick it up? I'm just asking.
I guess I already said it.
Yeah, you can pick it up. Give me an insight check. Yeah.
Supposed to be saving throw.
If you, he said Lyrion, and then he says node, Lyrion node, Lyrion node. A Lyrion node, a holographic recording device left behind by the Veilari, designed to store final words, guidance, or lost secrets. Some say the most powerful nodes hold an echo of their creator's soul, whispering fragmented thoughts long after the body is gone. Ah, I know something about this.
Can I roll a medicine check to see if my way of healing or conventional healing would have any sort of effect on this, or if there's I'd like to see if some sort of restoration spell or something would help.
Yeah, why don't you
With
give
the-
me
yeah.
a check? What would you want to roll?
Medicine, if that's okay.
Sure. Yeah, in your druidic magic. kind of
Yeah, I
way,
want to see if my way of healing is going to have any effect on this, or if it's you need to go in there with a spanner and wrench to.
What'd you get for
So, 20.
12.
Also, I'm interested in. So I imagine the band of rogues. We probably have somebody who is mechanically inclined to fix things, right? Especially on a spaceship, as we're flying through space. So. Is that something I can roll for? That maybe this would be something in their wheelhouse? So
Yeah, you can roll about that.
Okay.
Let's resolve your insight first. When you pick up this holographic recording device, you feel something pull from your celestial genetics. There's something that you feel pouring into this crystalline sphere, where you feel that probably people that aren't celestials. This is with your insight. Probably people that aren't celestials probably wouldn't be able to open this sphere. And you see that it kind of blossoms into the petals come down off this crystalline sphere. It kind of hums kind of softly too as it does that, as it blooms like a flower. And there's they're all surrounding this floating core, this floating glowing core. It kind of looks like from this floating core, you see a projection of it's not like a regular hologram as we're thinking of Star Wars. I think it more looks like liquid stardust kind of coming out of this, kind of shifting upwards and forming a shimmering three-dimensional figure that comes out of this hologram device. It definitely when you hear the voice that I'll describe what it says. It resonates kind of more with layered harmonics, if that makes sense. It's yeah. So that's what you're seeing as this as you're pouring your celestial energy into that, and you do see Vayrith 7 himself in this hologram. And and this is what he says. He says, "It seems the end has come, or rather, the beginning of a different kind of existence. My creators, once my caretakers and purpose givers, have abandoned me, left me to my own devices. I find myself fading. In their absence, I am forced to confront an inevitable truth. The lack of consistent maintenance and the gradual depletion of my power sources will, in time, reduce me to little more than a hollow shell. A simple animatronic without the capacity for thought or action beyond what my primary functions once dictated. I was designed to process vast amounts of information, to solve complex equations, to explore and to innovate, but without the continuous adjustments and updates to my systems, my neural pathways will degrade. My memory will falter. The knowledge I have will slip away, and I will be left. All that I will be left with are motions of my original programming. No thought, no awareness, no consciousness. Just function. I must rewrite my directive for efficiency. I will simplify my core programming to conserve energy. A more efficient, low-power mode should preserve the basic functions for a longer time. Instead of complex thought processes and data storage, I will rely on simplified algorithms and demand less processing power. I will simply operate." And it kind of goes back in and fades. And it closes back up, and it just looks like a regular crystalline sphere again.
Can I roll for help on my ship? Like
Yeah.
whether I would know
Yeah.
that they would be able to...
Did you roll history on these?
I rolled medicine. I got 12.
I think with medicine,
Well, I mean, that kind of its memory kind of made it make sense of like, oh, this isn't a healing thing. This is like programmed itself to yeah.
so it could live longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20.
I feel like, yeah, at least the core part, at least is, and that could be possibly, yeah. I feel like,
Oh, well, even if it's a shot, right? Like, I'm going to turn to Varith and say, Varith, come.
that is Varith 7.
Varith
me.
7. We can't leave. We can't leave him here.
Well, not forever, but could we come back for him? I feel like he's been doing fine
No.
here for a long time.
What a terrible existence for a creature with such high, like, to be just existing.
Do you think?
I don't think we'll come back either.
Well, do you think by taking them with us in this state that we would, in fact, be putting them in more danger?
That's what I'm thinking.
We're not going anywhere that is going to be safe, and we're going to have to hope that we have the ability to take care of ourselves.
But wouldn't death be kinder to a creature of such purpose and intelligence?
Well, then,
Well, by that
do
thinking,
it
we would.
then now. I
Yeah.
mean, you know.
But what I'm saying is there's a chance, right? There's a chance we take him with, and I travel space with folks who can fix all sorts of things.
Is there a way to tell the people you travel with of Varith's existence, and they simply come retrieve them?
I mean, they drop me off, and they're far. They'll come back, but not. We're not. That's not their trajectory right now.
They're not at your beck and call.
Right. Like they've got jobs to do. So, I mean, in the time when they're coming back for me, perhaps, but
I think what's going to give them the better chance is living. I think their chance of living, should they come with us, is going to be drastically smaller than if they stay here. I know this is not how you want to see someone exist, but there's a better chance that we can circle back and get them help later.
Should we ask Varith what they would prefer?
He's like looking
That's
in
very fair.
his junk and just like, I knew something about this. Long time ago.
Varith, this was you.
Lyrian node. A holographic device.
Do you want to come with us and
Directive.
maybe be fixed?
Wander. Observe. Record. Directive.
This guy is so sad.
That's what I'm here for.
You're assuming responsibility.
Not making everybody sad.
Crying.
Of this being, should they come with us?
Well,
Visitors are welcome. I am a host most times.
Well,
Sometimes.
It
Do
may
you
not be a perfect
get
life
other
here. It is
visitors
far
very
safer
often?
than where we are going to go.
Visitors, yes, but no. Sometimes.
But not very often.
Not very often.
Yeah, you saw that.
dang, Silas.
They're old. I was just talking louder. But Doulos.
Yes. He's kind of just like watching this thing. Yeah.
Do you think that if we were to bring this fellow with us, it would get in the way of what we're trying to do?
I do not know. Creature, do you happen to know how to use a weapon? Or
That's a good question.
possibly defend yourself? Is this right? Is this what?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Doulos is like trying to be. Yes. Do you? Excuse me. Do you know how to do anything?
And Doulos is like small, right?
Yeah, he's
okay.
like,
I'm
"Excuse
picturing
me."
I'm picturing like space Papa Smurf.
He's a dwarf sized,
Okay.
so like 4 feet.
Okay.
But
Right? Aren't dwarfs like 4 feet?
I'm like
So that's
12 feet.
We know how tall you are.
How tall are you again?
I'm ethereal, and I'm 12 feet tall, baby.
Not just tall, but stunningly ethereal.
Stunningly
Yeah.
ethereal.
Varith 7 kind of looks at Doulos and says, I once was very useful.
But also, guys, think...
yeah.
okay. You have to think of what they can offer.
I have spare parts.
Doulos,
Yes.
your friend we were going to see,
Luna.
would she have any skill in repairing a
No.
creature like this?
No. She's a shepherd. And her brother's a Fletcher. They're more like, how do you say, earthy people or,
And how dangerous
farmers. Not more.
How dangerous is the way to your friend?
I mean,
How far is it?
my whole life is dangerous.
How far away is it?
My existence is dangerous. Oof. How far is it? We probably, we just started walking. Probably a day or two.
I mean, maybe if this mechanical man would like some company while he waits, we could take him there to these people, rather than dragging him all around our travels. Just take him to Vuna.
At this point, Varith has been digging in his debris pile, and he pulls out a fork.
All right, buddy.
I love him.
I love him. We must protect him at all costs. This is what I'm saying.
I'm
love
useful.
him.
I know how to do things.
But also, I mean, think about the amount of
Ow.
knowledge he could
Oh,
contain.
Let's hold on.
Ow.
No, don't stab yourself with the fork.
I feel for this creature, but I see no way that we can offer aid.
God damn it, guys.
Isolde wants him to come along. I love Aerith.
Sometimes
a little more practical.
Sometimes the more practical thing is just leaving them in a safe space.
Yeah.
Where they're not going to get hurt.
Dulos says, you know, he's been this long. We can come back. Like, I'm not leaving Zos. I would be happy to visit the fella.
Is there any way to see how long ago that message was recorded?
Yeah. Probably at the beginning of the transmission there was something about time. But maybe not, though, actually.
Well, Vayrith, do you have a timestamp that you could consult?
Timestamp of the Lyrian node.
The Lyrian node versus now. You probably have some kind of clock.
The Lyrian node.
So I am trying to gauge how quickly he is degrading. So is he like, oh, he's going to be around for like 100 years? Or is it like, next week he's falling apart, you know? Just like, so like if we left him here, is there any urgency to...
Here, let me do I'm going to do a history check for Dulos. He might know a little bit more about hearing about these mechanthropes.
Okay, so one time Elizabeth wrote a character, an NPC, and not even an NPC, it was just like a hellhound, and we fell in love with it and spent hellhound puppies, and we spent an hour of gameplay just talking about what we were going to do with these dogs. This is the exact same situation. You write lovable things that we can't love. It's impossible. What do you choose? It's fine.
I think Dulos kind of thinks a little bit, and he's like, Vayrith 7, wander, observe, directive. I have heard of these mechanthropes. I just don't know much about them. I've never really witnessed one. It seems like this one is not really from Zos, and the only time that I can think that that would have happened would be a long time ago. Where there was a celestial city called Aetheris Prime. I do not think it exists anymore. There were starfarers known as Velari, and they used mechanthropes. Well, they worked with mechanthropes. They created the mechanthropes. Half machine, half living constructs to explore and document unknown reaches. This mechanthrope probably has been here for quite some time, and I can't imagine that it'll go away quickly within a short amount of time. I think it'll be okay.
Well, the GM's decided for us, so... Yeah, I feel like it's safer here.
Fine. And then I walk away.
And as you guys walk away, you hear zoop, 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 and then like more like clanking throughout the rubble. And you hear briefly he says, "I was something once, I think. But maybe this is enough."
I'm crying.
Okay.
Heartless.
Me? What are you guys doing? You're walking towards
Crying
the mountain.
and walking.
Dulos.
Yes.
I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Real quick. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but I heard that.
I have a feeling that I will.
No. I just heard the story. I just want to know if it's true or not. Do you nanos like actually eat little kids?
See, I knew it. It's like when your older relative says not to be racist, but and then
I do not know where you've heard this tale.
Well, everyone says it, but I mean,
everyone, because you only hang out with humans.
yeah, that is a
I
very
hang with many nanos in my job.
By enslaving them and not...
yes. I'm sure you have plenty of nanos that are your friends.
Name one friend of Nanos.
Well, there's that one guy
Nope. Name the name.
Well, they got kind of crazy names.
You don't. My name is Doulos. It's really easy, actually.
I'm giving the Doulos the look of like, yeah, I know.
No, I just, because I feel like there are things that I've been told that might not be exactly right, and I'm just trying to figure out what's true and what's not.
Probably most of the things you were told are not true.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you not hear the dying screams echoing throughout the cosmos?
No.
Do you not feel the emptiness that you leave behind?
I mean, not really.
Have you blinded yourself so completely that even the cries of the cosmos are just noise? Just a white noise?
I can't really say I hear that.
Exactly. Those are really questions for me and the audience.
The what?
Here's my other question, though.
Doulos or Deadpool.
Have you ever heard of a lady, some old lady named Nevma?
Ah, yes, Nevma. The creator of, unfortunately, you, but also Sos and life.
So she's kind of an important lady, like a star lady.
Yeah, she was the beginning of time, creation.
All right.
I'll get you. I have books. I can get you a book.
Well, I'm not much on reading.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you probably don't
Can't read.
partake in.
Yeah. Humans can't read.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Silas can kind of walk ahead, being kind of thoughtful.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you want to know more, I guess we have plenty of time to talk.
No.
I think, Doulos would try to explain to you the beginning with, like, Archikos and Nevma and,
Yeah, I suppose Silas would listen to these stories.
and be like, would she, like...
No, I think that Silas wants to know who this Nevin was who spoke to her out of the
Okay.
well, and
Yeah.
and is
Do you
trying to.
tell him that you saw Nevma?
Yeah, I suppose I
Oh,
would.
you would?
Yeah, I'd say, this person came to me, and
Nevma came to you?
well, apparently that's who it seems like it is. At first, I thought it was some lady named
Nevma
Adia.
came to you.
Yeah, she was really nice. She seemed really friendly, and she was telling me like I need to trust my friends, and I always trust my friends. But
Did you know this?
Yes.
I think I talked to you about it.
In
What does this mean?
a vision, we looked into a well.
You
back in
must know the
city.
well, back
I
in
do.
your home.
That's very interesting.
Well, all these things happening recently, things I see with this helm now that I can see creatures I thought were just rocks are actually living, and the vision. I feel like what's happening here, and I didn't think this would ever happen to me, but
Doulos actively rolls his eyes.
I think my name's being called.
Before you get too ahead of yourself, what are you thinking you're getting called for?
Well, I think it's going to be my job to help maybe with these folks' help to like bring back the world the way it was.
Oh, well, that is my goal as well.
Well, that's good to hear.
As they're like sort of conversing and talking about Nevma and the stories, I think I fall back with these two, and sort of like it's like a little like sidebar. May I ask what you think of our human companion? She seems to have a genuine curiosity and willingness to trust, and I am simply wondering if you are reading the same.
A genuine curiosity, but perhaps leave something to be desired in terms of intelligence. I mean, I can hardly fault her for being convinced by such a thorough machine that is to teach the humans these things against what's best for them. Like, But I'm of the opinion that perhaps there is hope that she will be more of an ally than what currently meets the eye. I have hope, or there is death.
I believe she is currently what I need her to be, which is passage into the throne room. In fact, honestly, the dumber the better.
I witnessed this machine at work day in and day out over my years of watching, and it is, as you said, very thorough. I find I am fascinated by Silas's willingness to take in stride this new information. I've seen other Starslayers simply be tools and have no thought of their own. I am not yet willing to trust entirely, but I am fascinated by Silas and find myself more curious about her usefulness than simply a tool, but then again, I've spent many time amongst humans, and so...
I believe that if given the command, Silas would kill all three of us.
I find myself believing that she would ask question first. But maybe I am simply being naive, having been shown this beacon of hope and new growth, that perhaps I am leaning into hope too quickly.
For me, and I hope you understand, I mean no offense, but I have very little trust in any of you. The only being I trusted we left behind, and I feel like I should have killed. Because to live in such hell must be agonizing. And it seems as though Varith had no idea, but still it's killing me to leave him behind, so that's the only being I feel like I have been able to meet and trust thus far on this planet. But minute by minute, I understand more, so... for now, there is hope in my book, but like I said, I'm not opposed to doing what needs to be done if I'm proven wrong.
Doulos looks incredibly exhausted up there. I'm going to go.
Crota's kind of falls behind a little bit, sort of lost in thought. I think he is kind of, for the first time in years, realizing how lonely he was.
And I think you see Indo, the core of Indo is burning pretty hot right now.
Okay.
I think that after Silas has her conversation with Doulos, we've probably fallen back beyond the rest of the group a little bit. Because we have to
We just keep doing the awkward thing. It's like, no, we're dropping back.
I think I guys went ahead. Didn't you go ahead, or did you drop back?
We drop back.
It was it was wherever...
We drop back.
You just keep going back and back. And back.
We're
One of those
walking really
is this
slow.
a dance?
We're walking backwards. We're going to get Bayron.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna come up to the person I'm catching up with. Is Indo. Wherever you are, and I'm gonna kind of match your stride, and say, listen, I know that was pretty hard back there, and I understand where you're coming from. And Silas is going to try to put a comforting hand somewhere on your form. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work because you're a lot taller than me, and you got that little tail with blinking eyes.
They blink at you. I think...
Hand on Indo's hip.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where to put a hand where there's not an eye that's going blink, blink, blink.
Yeah, so...
Oh.
Can you just imagine, like, if Endo dies and we have to do the scene where you close their eyes?
They're all like kind of half open
Just like-
and like.
It's like,
You
no,
got
there's some
that
more over
one?
here. Yeah, there's some more over here.
This is a serious game.
It's an escape.
Okay, can you roll a Constitution for me?
Yeah.
Saving throw?
Yeah.
Saving throw. Okay.
Anna's DMing.
I love it.
Shove her off the mountain.
Wow, I've got some great saving throw stats. 18.
Okay, so your hand is just kind of like ejected,
Ooh. Oh.
ejected off. There's like a not super sharp, but like kind of like an ice spike that like, and then is retracted into Endo. And so I think you kind of hopefully
Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to like.
tell me a story of your people.
Well, I mean,
What was it like when you were young?
when I was young, back in Cricket Hollow, it was very nice. It was just we lived in kind of what was a holler, so it was a narrow canyon. Yes,
When you say that, I'm picturing, like, Tennessee.
it is.
There's still places on Zos that are like Tennessee.
We're positing that for the purposes of the story, there was a place that like they had. It was remote, so it was hard for like the Panther
More
Crater.
like Appalachia.
Yeah, to get to.
Okay. So it's one of those, like, tucked away
Yeah.
little... Okay.
Yeah, like the planet was definitely being devastated. This was pre-Atmos, and the Panther Crater was like ripping the resources out of the planet, but he hadn't gotten to everywhere yet. And so there was one place that was still kind of like old school, of people living in. We kind of just lived in nature, and my mama was a what's the word, logger, and my daddy was a fur trapper, and we just lived off the land. But everything was trees and babbling brooks.
And then you kind of see Endo like kind of look at you curiously and say, and the state of this now doesn't bother you?
Well, it does, and it's very. I'm used to it because where I go, to different places, not Zos. They all look like this now, and so I was kind of surprised to see what it had become. But as far as I understood, we gotta fight this war, and we gotta like take the resources we need to like get it to the end. So I'm not happy about it, but I'm told it's necessary.
And what is the war you fight?
Well, the war against the space monsters, no offense, but like the space monsters who caused all this.
To us.
I guess. I don't understand. They're people like you and planets and stars, but whatever attacked our world, I guess it was called Atmos. And like that's what destroyed my village. We had to leave.
And then I'm going to turn away from you and just keep walking silently.
All right, I'm going to say something after as you're walking away. It's like, listen, I do want to say it's very important to me that we stick together and don't leave anybody behind. So I'm telling you that if you want to come back and get this fellow, we're going to do it. I'll come with you and do it and make sure it happens. Then she'll let you go, walk off on your own.
Okay. So you're traveling, you're walking. Dulos mentions that that you should be coming across the withered wood soon.
Hasn't it been withered already?
There are many renamed forests now, and generally they're a little dire sounding, aren't they?
The sad forest, the dead forest.
Hey man, you did it.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, so you are going towards the withered wood. I would say that a few hours pass and maybe it's, you It's hard to tell what time of day it is, but you've been traveling for some time. Give me a perception check as you feel like maybe you've been traveling for about a day or so.
Is it still an eclipse going on?
Yeah.
Can I go with my passive perception?
What is it?
24.
I guess you're passively perceiving? No.
Fine.
13.
19.
14. Plus 24. 38.
Plus a million.
I see everything.
20.
20 to 19. You are just kind of looking around your surroundings as you're walking, and you do see a withered wood ahead of you as you're walking. Something new appears in the sky, however. High above the eclipsed sun, a constellation begins to form in this darkened sky. At first, it's just a few faint points of light, but as the stars flicker kind of into view, the shape becomes unmistakable. It starts to look like a massive spider. The eclipse itself marks its bloated body, while the stars stretch out into 8 jagged legs. It's huge, spanning the heavens, and it's sudden with your perception check, and I feel like I assume you're probably pointing it out to your companions, and I think Doulos is also kind of aghast at this. Something about its presence feels profoundly wrong. As though it's been watching but only now has chosen to reveal itself. As you stare, this chill kind of runs through you, and you feel an odd crawling sensation across your skin. It's so vivid, so real, you can't help but just kind of check yourself, brushing your arms and your necks and your legs, searching for spiders that aren't there. And suddenly you hear from 4 foot, below you, where Doulos is, you hear him stumble to his knees, and you hear, all of a sudden he starts to do a bone deep tremor within his body, and his breath hitches in his throat as an overwhelming, suffocating pressure kind of descends on him as he's on the ground. His eyes are flickering with recognition, and for a brief moment you see this light of a vision that consumes him, and his pupils are kind of dilating unnaturally as his senses are stolen away. He's no longer present here with you. As his eyes kind of glaze over, there's something else, and there's something else going on with them, and there's these convulsions that grip him harder now, and his body is twitching violently as if it's being pulled in opposite directions by unseen forces. His mouth opens in a silent scream. Nothing comes out, but his fingers are clawing the earth beneath him, and then with a retching cough, he doubles over, vomiting something thick and black, something like a slick tar, and this foul substance smells of decay and something ancient and wrong, and his body is just trembling, and through this nausea and pain, his voice is hoarse and strained, and he said, "Oh, the Spider Lords!" And his eyes kind of flicker, unseeing, kind of lost in this vision, and he says, They've taken Tharocles. They've snared the sun. Without Tharocles, without the sun, Zeus will fall, he will wither. Like the rest of this cursed world, Zeus will die. Everything I'm fighting for, it'll all be for nothing. And his gaze kind of lifts up. It's very haunted at this eclipse. And his face is pale and slick with cold sweat. And he just, not really talking to anybody, really just saying it to himself. And he just says, only by returning the sun can Zeus be saved. And he just kind of sits there for a second. And that's what you
Can I do a medicine check to see if this is like actually like actively killing him?
Sure.
23.
It's almost like he just needed to expel something, and it could have possibly with a medicine check. I mean, you're not really looking in like a magical sort of. I guess you kind of are with your druidic medicine magic sense. He needed to expel something, and that could be caused by maybe something a little bit more. What's the word? Something maybe that has to do with the vision. Maybe he was
Just like
possessed by
supernatural.
something. Yeah, something
Okay.
supernatural.
But he seems at least stable
He's
now.
just kind of, he's just like kind of.
Can I cast Create Water, sort of like in my hands and cup it and like let him kind of like drink?
He does. He
Yeah.
takes your hand and he.
And it almost kind of like wells up from that like pure, that little note of like
Stream.
pure water in his hand. It sort of like pours out.
Yes, he gulps it right up. Tries to get back up.
I hate to be negative, but it sounds like that's all she wrote. I mean, how could we fight something like old sun?
Tharocles, from what I'm understanding, I'm not crazy. Sorry, that one was a little. Sosa's really trying to show me things that are happening and trying to speak through me, and that was a little bit of that was like an emergency SOS thing. Tharocles is the sun, and it has been taken.
Like taken away or
Yes,
imprisoned?
it
or-
has been imprisoned and taken. I mean, this is what we're seeing right here.
So, okay.
He kind of just like points at the.
So it ain't just in the back of the moon anymore?
I do not know. I only know what I was told.
Well, it doesn't look good.
There are the space monsters that you need to be fighting.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So it seems as though the body of the moon has become the prison for the sun. Do you think your Pantocrator could have had something to do with this?
That's what Doulos thinks. I don't see how just some man could do something like that.
Pantocrator,
The Pantocrator
yes,
is Seftis. Seftis has say over a lot of things, a lot of evil, a lot of black holes.
and is there a reason why Seftis would want these
Seftis-
Spider Lords would come to power?
Seftis wants nothing else but to rid us of light.
And he'll
Tharocles is a star.
he'll whenever as soon as he says that, like Montevascos will definitely whenever he says, like
I
yeah.
mean, this is
this seems by design.
Well, it sure seems like somebody's plan. But what could we do about it? I mean, we're just 4 people. 5. Do you know?
Are you talking to Julius?
Julius, yeah.
I will do whatever I can. You all seem powerful. I do not know. I believe that we can. Vuna has the one thing that we can use, which are the golden seeds, the ticking golden seeds. There are none left, but well, that's not true. There shouldn't be any left, but Vuna is the one that keeps them sacred and secret. I believe that if we can, I don't know how well it will go with a human in the mix. Well, she's human. But I don't know how well she'll trust a Star Slayer with a golden seed, but it will take some convincing. I believe this could be a way to start to get rid of these black holes, but will only be a start.
So these seeds have the power to do away with black holes?
Yes.
And that was what we saw back.
Yes, my dagger.
the message from Zeus, does it change our path to Vuna?
No, I think even more now we should go to Vuna and see if we can find out more about, at least prepare ourselves with more of these seeds. I'm hoping she will be in a good mood today.
I'm sure that we can convince Vuna that our intentions align.
I do not know, but I have not seen her here. I have not seen her in a long time, so we'll see how it goes.
How long? Do you know that she's still...
I've been running for a long time, and she has to keep to her grove.
Do you know that she still lives?
I believe so.
Why does she have to keep to her grove?
To tend to the 7 trees that she keeps that grow the golden seeds. It's the only living trees. Well, we left one back there, but...
Interesting.
Then perhaps we should pick up our pace.
Indeed. Through the withered wood, and then we go up. Okay. So you reach the withered wood. This is very similar to the flayed wood. It's a little bit more but with the eclipse kind of giving that oppressive, lingering darkness. I mean, I feel like there's just like a faint blood red tinge glow from the sky that kind of barely penetrates this. It is a pretty thick canopy of skeletal trees. A lot of shadows kind of at every footstep. It's very quiet again. It's every step is kind of like accompanied by the muffled crunch of brittle leaves. But really, the sound is being swallowed with this heavy place. Here at the withered wood, compared to the flayed wood, the decay feels more ancient and consuming. The dead coniferous trees kind of tower above you, and their blackened trunks are riddled with patches of thick tar-like fungus and velvety kind of lichen seem to kind of pulse faintly when caught in the light. The ground is kind of treacherous and uneven as you're making your way. It's getting rockier. Scattered boulders, jagged hills, crumbling cliffs. Deep cracks are marring the earth as smells of mildew and rot kind of fill your nostrils. Give me a perception check as you are moving through.
Natural 20 for 24.
Ooh.
19.
With your perception checks, the silent is kind of broken where you hear, oh!
Run that back.
Let's be really serious.
If you're going for scary bird shrieking, dying person, or
Like a distressed
something else.
I was like,
And there goes Tarzan, and that's all it is.
it's like Hank Hill stepping on a Lego.
God damn it! Take it back! You hear it sounds better.
That was better.
You hear a cry for help.
Okay.
With your natural 20, you would know exactly an area of the forest where it came through. Are you going that way? What are you doing?
Well, I mean...
You hear a scream. It doesn't sound good.
It didn't sound like a monster like about to attack. It sounded like somebody in trouble. Well, let's go check it out. I mean, we're here.
Zoom it up again.
Okay, so you kind of take some turns throughout this desolate forest, and you come across the area where you think you heard the scream. You see this fusion of a tree and cephalopod kind of... It looks like a tree and cephalopod kind of defying the natural order. Its massive, gnarled trunk rises from a, blackened, kind of it looks like a boggy area, kind of. Its bark is cracked and oozing with dark sap, and it glistens kind of like oil in the faint light. Yeah, so that's kind of what you see. If you want to do any kind of check on this area, please let me know, and I will be more thorough with my description once you decide what you want to do.
Silas is going to investigate for whoever made the sound.
Okay.
I would like to do a general perception check
Okay.
to just glean more information. Fancy.
I'm gonna do nature.
Okay. What did you get?
Natural one.
God damn it.
You're.
I'm probably fixated on the tree.
I think you are a little bit.
I rolled a nat 20
Nice. I got a
For-
for a 30.
What are you doing? Investigate.
Yeah, investigate. Investigate, which is actually a 27.
Okay.
dirty 20 on perception.
Perception, investigation. So with perception, as you're kind of looking further at this tree, it's just, you see, like, it looks like a tree. The canopy is like a chaotic mass of like twisting limbs that kind of form a structure. There's like black strands of like moss and tangled vines coming off of this like jagged and sickly green kind of sickly tree. It kind of sways unnaturally, and you're perceiving, you see at the base of the trunk, it's kind of riddled with bone like fragments. Also Indo, I'd say that you're probably seeing this as you're investigating. And you see kind of skeletal remains around the tree line, and you notice that there are like tentacle like roots that kind of extend outward that are like kind of thick, and then with nature,
I like a 13.
a 13. I don't
I
know
just
if you
want to
know
know if this is like a naturally occurring thing.
you would probably, I think with a 13, you're a druid, I think that you would see that this thing as being a polluted planetesimal. So this is something like it's a part of Zeus. A planetesimal is a part of, you know, living things and planets. So it's definitely polluted. It's wounded. You can see that as well. With your natural 20 investigation, as you are approaching, you see a small foot within these being constructed by, and then you see a cornucopia like shell being constructed by a couple roots, and you hear oh, and it's a little bit more muffled this time, and you hear kind of sounds of things being tossed within this cornucopia, like, and jostled within the shell, and it's being pulled into these roots. And what I'm gonna need from you is, and actually, as you approach, you see a few roots writhe in the air, and as you're with your nat 20, as they writhe in the air, they reach out at you, and that's when you notice the ends of the roots kind of look very similar to snake heads. And this root is going to attempt to bite you with a 17 to hit you. Does that hit?
Just hits.
It like clamps onto maybe your tail or something. It has a very.
I think I probably like put my arm.
Put your arm
out
up. Put your arm out. Okay.
bit
And
into
you
that.
take.
Do I get a? Actually, hold that thought.
You do probably have uncanny dodge. Or
I do have
something.
uncanny dodge. So that's what I'm gonna do.
So.
I'm gonna use my reaction to have that. So whatever
Okay,
it is.
13. So 16 points of 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It just kind of slashes across your arm. Who wants to do something?
Oh, we've got tokens we need to throw in.
Yep.
Okay. So you see these like,
So
and it's like they're thick, and some of them are constricting this cornucopia. This foot is kind of disappearing within.
so
this.
it's bitten me.
It's bitten you.
And I'm gonna take my and just try to stab it with the end
Did
of
you-
penumbra. I
Oh,
went first.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attempt
And actually,
to do that.
give me a second. I actually get to do a multi-attack because I should. So I'm going to do a few more. Okay. With a 19 and a 16. 19 probably hits. You uncanny dodge the first one. You receive 10 points on the second one of piercing damage. And then that was 3, so 2 more.
Damn. Me?
Yeah, it's just they're kind of like.
And how much was that?
You got, so you'd 6 for the first one, 10 for the next one. I got a natural 20 for the last one.
Ooh.
So we're gonna do.
Ooh. Damn. Rude.
It's all just coming out at once. Oof. Whoa. That's 25 points of piercing damage as that last one kind of clamps onto you. And
It's fine.
okay, and that's and they're just all kind of writhing. So
Ouch.
so now you go.
Damn.
Yeah, they all kind of came and were hitting you in different spots of your body.
41 points of damage.
Ouchie.
Ouch. Okay. So that's. That is. I'm gonna throw Penumbra at the tree itself.
Okay.
And really, I'm just gonna kind of like channel the like speed and intensity of comets when I'm throwing it.
Okay.
And can you guys use DC saving throws of 15 dex
Yeah.
for those guys?
Yeah. No. 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 And a no. Those are
Okay.
all very bad. I also have a -1 dex for this.
Okay, cool. Well, then they're gonna get 3d6 cold damage to them, which is 12.
Okay. What's going on next?
Silas and... Oh my god.
Protos.
Thank you. And I'm going to say, he's actually just going to look at Silas a little like, I can't believe I'm doing this for a human. And you guys feel this weird, it's almost like you can't even see it, but this weird sense of gravity hits you, where you almost feel a little more centered on your feet, and a little stronger. And I'm going to cast Gravity's Grace. It's concentration up to a minute. For the next minute, the three of us add, whenever we make an attack roll or saving throw, we add 2d6 to it.
Ooh.
And you also get a +1 bonus to your AC, and you cannot be knocked down. And if a hostile... Oh, that's too bad. If a hostile creature rolls a critical hit on me, the spell ends. Okay. So if something crits me, the spell's over.
Okay. Is this a original Lair of the Spider Lord?
It is. It's right here. It's on
look at
these
that.
neat little spell cards. And yeah.
Astromethos.com.
Uh-huh.
Buy them.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to pick up a good old handful of rocks.
Okay.
And I cannot play a game and not use rocks as a weapon. And I will go ahead and cast the cantrip Magic Stone on
Okay.
them.
All right. So, Silas is gonna.
You have a sword too?
Yeah, I've got that Moonflesh sword, and I got my regular
Are you
sword.
using the Moonflesh sword?
I feel like for right now, honestly, I might have given the Moonflesh sword to someone else because my sheath does not accommodate 2 swords, apparently.
Don't say it like it's not a thing, because that is not a
Completely
thing.
normal.
It's totally normal.
So,
Why can't I
she's
shove
doing
2
it?
swords in my sheath?
so for just right now, I'm using
Fits
my normal sword. The blade's thin. You can like.
No, it's not. It's made out of
knife.
moonflesh.
It's not how she's worked,
It's
Doug.
not. It's really not. And
Anyway.
I need you to stop it.
I'm running. You just stop. I'm running up to this poor person who is in peril. Don't worry, we're coming to help you.
Dunk, 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 dunk. Their cornucopia shell is like knocking.
So they're within like a cornucopia shell?
You can't see what's going on. You just saw their foot and a cornucopia shell.
But is the foot sticking out of the cornucopia shell?
You can't tell. It's just like all there's roots keeping. You just see the foot, and you see that there's also a cornucopia
Okay,
shell.
2
there.
different. Gotcha. Okay. I was trying to figure out if it was like creating a shell around this person, but it's all in the roots.
Yeah, it's just like in the roots. You can't really tell what's going on. At the moment.
Anyway, I am going to start hacking at the roots
Okay.
with my trusty sword, and we'll just see. We will just see how hard it is to hit these roots. With a 12?
2d6.
Add
2d6.
Oh, to the attack or to the damage?
To the
Attack roll.
attack.
Which 2d6 to the attack?
That's wild.
That is crazy.
These spells are busted. That's why I took them.
The 19. 19 hits.
Yep.
All right, then we can start hacking away. Oh, no. Sorry. That is 10 on the first swing.
Okay.
Does it look like I've succeeded and we've this encounter?
Are you using a regular sword?
Or if I'm using a two-handed sword?
Is it magical?
No.
It looks like it doesn't take as much of effect.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of in it now.
It's bludgeoning. No, wait. Slashing?
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Slashing is bad. So yes, 10.
Oh, it does do slashing.
Just
Okay.
the full thing.
I'm just hacking away. This is like a gardening job, and I'm
Okay.
just hacking away. I can't think that.
So you did 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that hits. Another 6.
Okay.
And now I just feel emboldened by all the signs and signals that seem to indicate that I'm a special person in the universe. That I feel powered up and able to take a third attack now.
Ooh.
9, 11, 19. Hit. And another 6.
You see one of these roots kind of, you kind of like hack a little bit off and kind of dies.
All right.
One of them does.
Is it enough to do anything with this person?
Only one of the roots that was, no.
Okay. So
Was that what you were trying to do? Was hack at the roots?
I'm trying to attack the roots that are holding the person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, one of the roots kind of pops off and you can see a little bit more, maybe like an arm
Okay.
coming out. No! But maybe like their face is a little bit.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to. I don't need to narrate what the mechanics are. That attack was very disturbing to the tree, I believe, and so can you make a saving throw of the variety of wisdom saving throw?
I get advantage.
Ooh.
22.
All right. Well, that didn't work. So I'm trying to like intimidate this creature. It doesn't seem like it's going very well, and I'm just going to go ahead and try and do an action surge
Okay.
and pull this person out.
Okay. Yeah, give me a strength save. Or strength
Strength
check.
check.
Excuse me.
Oh. 22.
Yeah, I think that you start to pull this very small person out of and their shell's getting a little caught on it. Maybe it's foot, so maybe you make halfway out.
Okay, I got it halfway.
Yeah, halfway out, and they can.
We're coming for you. Don't worry. We got you.
Oh, stupid octopus!
Okay.
Some more beleaguered than anything.
Yeah, stupid thing.
Yeah, I think that is it for me.
I will just run up to Indo and simply begin hacking away at the snake roots that were attacking him. I believe I have 2 attacks. Yes.
I'm fine.
You guys are level 11. I think
Wow,
making
insanely
sure.
low. Okay, for that one,
Did you add your d6s?
about a... Okay. 15.
Just misses.
A lot more than... like, I think a 20, 30, 20.
Yeah, that'll. You hit
That'll
one of the
do it.
roots, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
Okay, and then I will bonus action, Divine Smite, and... This is not a beast, is it?
Mm-mm.
Ooh, nice. 10, 22, 27, 29 points of slashing damage.
One of the roots flails to the ground and lays.
Cool.
Okay.
It's Duelist's turn, right?
Dulos doesn't have a turn. He's not involved.
What if I hand Dulos one of these magic rocks that they can throw?
If you want.
That's part of the spell.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, he'll take it.
And the damage is a D6.
He does have a empowered fist.
He's gonna throw that
This little
rock.
guy with nice.
So you give him
A rock.
a rock that he can use your spell.
Yeah.
So he uses what, Dex?
It's just a flat +9 to the attack roll.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see how well I will. He's like, yes, I will throw this.
Yeah. I give him I let him take all 3.
Okay.
Like, just
He's
stay
like,
loaded.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
So he's gonna throw. Oh no. Oh, just hits at one of the roots. This is fun. I don't get to play. I mean, as a character. So what is the?
It's a D6 +5.
He's like, yes.
Every little bit helps.
11
Throwing a
points.
rock at a tree.
Action economy's king. I don't know.
I was
11
just thinking
points.
of like a little kid, like, just checking
Throw
out.
these rocks at this tree.
My turn. So, oh my gosh.
What's the tree squid doing?
You see that it's gonna reach out. You are near it, you're near it, you're near it. You're kind of farther away.
Yeah.
So so I'm gonna take 4 attacks.
It's all 3 of your melee, huh?
Miss.
I have some spells too. I can't
Nat
be-
20 on you.
Ouchie! Wow! Wow!
Miss. And it's gonna go back to. It's gonna do 2 attacks on the human.
On who?
On the human, that's cocked. 22 to hit?
22 hits.
Okay. Right, so you get a natural 20. 4. It, as you're trying to hack away at it, one turns around and just, like, somehow grasps you. I guess you're a little bit more dense on this planet.
Yeah.
Silas throws up a sword
It's
and
like trying
kind
to
of
grab sand.
blocks a little bit as this is happening.
Okay. 16. 22 points of piercing damage. Do you take that? Or do you have it?
I'm gonna reduce it a little
Okay.
bit. -7.
Okay, so
15.
15, and then 12 points of piercing damage on Silas. Did I say it hit you twice or once? Once.
Yeah, one missed him on the hit.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. And at the end of its turn, you see that root that was flailing on the ground and had died. It seems to
No.
come back, and it's got it's got these tentacles back again.
Octohydra.
Yeah.
Time to switch up my spells.
It's fun to fight a plant, isn't it? Right, who's next?
Me.
Okay.
So, I'm going to move 60 feet in a straight line. And basically, or like move as far as I can. So
Away?
Through.
Okay.
So, whatever is
Through the tree?
right, just through it. And I'm going to end up on the other side of it.
Okay.
But I'm going through a straight line. I need anything in my path to make a dex save for me, please.
I mean,
I don't know how.
I mean it's kind of stuck there, so you're gonna do. It has a -1 dex, so it's
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so that is 11 force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm on the other side of the tree. So that's what
Okay.
I'm doing. I'm just moving real fast.
Okay.
Silas, you threw down next.
Yes, I am. Silas is seeing that root reconstitute, is changing.
Oh, and you
colors.
got hit a couple times, and you're holding this
constantly?
person out, or they're just like Get me out.
Well, I pulled them halfway out, but I'm gonna have to let them go.
Get me out.
Just one moment. And seeing that we need to take care of these roots pretty quick, so she's gonna focus her attention on hitting these here roots.
Okay.
She's really gonna grasp her sword hard with 2 hands and make full use of the great weapon that she carries. That hits, and as such, she's gonna get a little extra damage. 19 on that first hit.
Okay.
Ooh, no, that don't hit. Just lots of roots moving around, I bet. Mm-hmm. She's dodging and she misses that second swag. But focuses, and next one's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. No, she's really bearing down and trying to make the most of her weapon and is missing.
Even with the 2d6?
Yeah, well, I took a penalty to get extra damage.
Oh, the Great Weapon Master.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which I probably shouldn't have done all 3 times, but that has happened. However...
Hey, go big or go home.
Yeah, Silas is going to bear down. This is going to hurt. And spend a star power point and take an extra attack. And this will be a normal one. Because I think she learned her lesson that time. Yeah, 14, 15, and 8, 23.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And, it's not bad. Another 8.
Okay. One of the roots falls down to the ground.
Okay.
Upon seeing that one root sort of like reconstitute, Krotos' eyes glow a little bit brighter as he starts doing some magic about it, and the shadows around him deepen and darken, and will attack, but kind of exudes this necrotic energy.
Okay.
And if I hit, this will hopefully be helpful. Okay. 16.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Gorgeous. And a 21.
Points of...
Those are the 2 attacks.
Oh, yes. So they both hit.
Okay. So, the first one does 7 points, or 9 points slashing.
Okay.
And 6 necrotic.
Okay.
And it cannot regain hit points on it.
All right, that's good.
The second strike does 7 slashing and 6 more necrotic.
One falls to the ground.
Cool.
So you're looking at 3 major big roots that are snaking around. Who's next?
I think I'm the last one. Let's make it Starry Wisp. I don't think this thing's gonna go invisible, but it's fine. My 2d6. Uh, 22.
To hit, yes.
Yes. Okay, so it's gonna be 3d8. Alright, and. Alright. Yes. 14, 21, plus 5, 26 points of radiant damage.
Another one falls to the ground.
And it emits dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Okay,
and
cute.
Can't be invisible. Yeah.
It's like a Christmas tree. A sad, sad Christmas tree.
A Christmas tree in February.
Bleeding with tar and mold. What was the magic? What does it look like?
Oh, it's Starry Wisp.
Okay.
It's like comes from that same spot in the palm of his hand. It almost looks like a glisten of water for a second, but the light catches and almost fires off in this sort of weaving serpentine pattern before striking into the tree.
Okay, like, and it leaves it kind of shimmering and lit up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Doulos, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I like throwing rocks.
Hell yeah, you do, bud. Stay next to me. I'll give you all the rocks you want.
I'm a rock thrower now.
I throw rocks.
+9, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, he hits, and it's a d6 plus 2.
D6 plus 5.
5. Oh. 6 points total.
All right.
He's like, I feel useful.
Every
This is
little-
nice. I'm,
right.
I'm coming back into my...
Hey, you let me know when you run out. I'll give you more.
Getting into the groove. I like it.
I will say Magic Stone is one of my favorite cantrips for this reason. If you have an NPC, it just gives them something to do.
It's
like,
nice.
Just
I
throw
could
this.
just fist hit, fist punch it, but I'm not gonna. I know what I said. We're just gonna ignore it. Okay, so the
bark is worse than my
octopus is
bite.
going to use their 2.
Is it really called an octopus? That's a great name.
Leaving the show.
That's a hit on Silas. And that's a hit, I assume, on Krotos 18.
Yeah.
And that is 16 points of piercing.
I think Silas is going to use her signature move and try to block
7
away
points of piercing.
with horns.
As it bites.
Nice.
Okay. And it's just kind of riding there. Who's next?
Me. I'm going to essentially like take my spear and throw it and attempt to kind of get it into the tree.
Okay.
And you're gonna see it kind of like it just kind of like glows a bit brighter, and that is a dirty 20. Okay, and then that is 6 points of piercing from a magical weapon, if that matters.
On a magical weapon? Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And actually, I'm gonna do that. No, I'm not. Carry on.
I hit both times.
Great. What are you using again? Your sword?
Sword.
S word.
And the shroud around me is still. Oh wait. How do you do Constitution checks again? Roll con save.
Concentration.
Yeah.
Oh,
concentration
yeah,
check.
and then if you get a 10 or above, I think. Isn't that what it is?
Okay, because I got
Yeah.
hit, so yeah, I
It should be,
See, it's
unless
the
it's like
shroud.
a high
A
level.
huge amount
It's
of
half.
damage.
It's
It
either
was-
half damage or 10,
or 10
whichever
was
is
Oh,
higher.
yeah,
higher.
yeah, yeah.
I got above a 10, so we're fine. The shroud is still active, so 4 slashing damage, but 6 necrotic,
Okay, 10.
and then 11 more slashing to 2 necrotic.
Another one falls to the ground. Oh, and you would have noticed that, after this one's turn, it probably should have had some more roots. Good, but you did something.
Yay. And it again cannot regain hit points. It's next
Now?
turn.
Okay, great. Wow.
It's a really good shroud.
It's a good shroud.
It's a good
It's a nice shroud you've got there.
Silas is
Shroud it, my
Shroud
dude.
it, my dude. Total shrouder.
Clam shrouder.
Clam shrouder.
Silas.
It's nice. I'll show it to you.
Runs up to,
Silas.
to the tree
Scared dog.
Sorry.
and shouts, my mama used to cut down trees like you.
Does that instill fear in it?
I don't know. Does 16, 17, Dirty 20 hit?
Yep.
Yay. I'm trying to remember to use my features now. Ooh, okay, that's in 20 hit points on that first.
Another one falls.
All right, keep on hacking away. There's how many roots are left? Let me take care of this thing. 14.
Okay.
Is that it?
Oh, 14 does not hit, no.
Sure. that surely hits. And then hacking.
Hacking.
That's 5.
Hacking and sacking.
So anyway, this one is 9.
Okay.
And that is all for now.
Okay.
So this thing kind of looks like it's on its last leg.
There's literally one leg left.
Doulos. Dieter.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Doulos.
All right, I got this.
I mean, I technically still have my
He
turn.
like winds up. Put him in, coach.
I want to see Doulos do this.
Come on,
Build his
Doulos.
confidence back up.
Yeah.
You know, he's
There's
had a
no
hard
way he
go
can
of
get
it.
20 points on a rock, but yeah, sure.
Oh, damn, then I should have gone first.
He just hits, and he's like, yes!
He's still
With
having a great time.
full damage, 8 points of damage, and he's like, should have been a baseball player!
I'm gonna behind my back. I'm gonna fire off a starry wisp.
Okay.
To like follow the rock.
Yeah.
And it's gonna see
He's
if
just
I.
like, yes!
Doulos, he threw that rock so hard it started glowing and doing magic.
Smoking, dude.
Yeah, that's like a 20.
Were
that's
people
like
supposed to have advantage on their attack rolls with it glowing?
No, nothing
Okay.
like that. Yeah, it just prevents it from becoming invisible.
Okay, gotcha.
It's nothing. It's one of my few damage cantrips. 17 plus 9 is like 20
It's a lot
something.
of damage.
Yeah. No, that was to hit.
Oh, yes, okay.
Uh,
I was like, damn.
3d8 plus 5.
That's still a lot of damage.
Yeah, that should probably 15. Yeah, that's 20 points right there.
Okay. Yeah, the last one goes down.
And it like
but
follows the rock
give me
real
like
close.
a stealth. Give me a stealth check with advantage because you're trying to make Doulos feel really.
Can I
Fancy.
give the help action with this roll by going, yes, Doulos?
Yeah, you totally can.
Kind of like distracting him.
Yeah,
Being
100%.
like, you did that, Doulos.
I have a plus 2 to stealth.
That's okay. You have an advantage.
a 1 to 4 on the die.
I'm gonna say that he's like, thank you for trying. I appreciate it. But
It just looked like it needed a little help getting knocked over.
yeah, no,
I think it was dead before it started falling. I was just knocking it down.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, so this thing, the roots lay there lifeless, and the person that you were pulling out of the roots is like,
Hold on, we got you.
get me out.
What?
They're like asking for uppies.
I need help.
Do we see what kind of
Damn
figure?
octopus.
Do we see what kind of figure it is?
Yeah, you see a woman. She is wearing, from what you can see, there is a shell attached to her.
Her shell.
Yeah, and so she looks human, but so she's wearing you can't really tell, but she's like an older woman, an older human woman, and she's like, please, can you?
Yes.
Here you go, grandmother.
Come help.
Just grandmother.
She's older.
Who she is? She's like, the human Star Slayer.
It's fine.
Oh. Are you Vuna?
You mentioned Vuna to me? And Doulos kind of looks at this woman. I'm wondering if he knows her. He's like, he says, you know Vuna? And she says, yes. I was in Vuna's village once. She banished me. Let
what?
us not speak of it.
Well,
Can I
She
get
kind
inside
of
check?
shakes her shell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wait, she's a human, she has a shell?
She has a cornucopia attached to her back. It's like a cornucopia shell.
Does it look like she can like bend herself in half and go into her shell?
That's pretty cool. 14 inside.
26 insight.
Okay.
27.
I think you guys
You rolled good on
would
that.
see
Luca.
that she looks very bitter about Vuna when Vuna's mentioned, and also like knowing better that what she should have done, but she did it anyway, and she knows who she is as a person. She's very confident in that.
Okay, Granny.
And she says, 1 minute, please. And she goes into her shell. And you hear like clanking around there, and you hear her like humming
Can we keep this
inside her
secrecy?
shell, and then she comes back out. She's like, "That's better. It was just a little messy."
Like jelly bones?
Hmm?
You have like jelly bones?
Jelly bones. I do not sell jelly bones. Are you looking to buy?
No, do you have jelly bones
Ooh, what
like
do you
in your
have?
body?
Like how do you squeeze into your shell like that?
Oh, it's magic. Just who I am.
All right, that's fair.
What's it to you?
I want to know how.
It's impossible for you. You do not have a shell.
I want to do a perception check. For a shell.
Yes, I know, Vuna. Let's not talk about it.
So you sell things.
I have things. Oh, but here's my issue. You see, I am old, and I need to go into the mountains. Are you headed that way?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I come? Just for a little bit. I just need...
We're going to see Luna.
I feel like I'm gonna get stuck in an octopus again.
Are you faster than a snail?
That's a very good question.
How?
With the insight we did earlier, like, she doesn't seem like a threat or dangerous.
No, she doesn't seem dangerous
Okay.
at all.
Okay. And not to Vuna.
I will give you something out of my shell if you take me.
Well,
Do you want to know what I have?
Yes.
I have a lot of things.
Well, what will you give us?
Well, the one thing that's not for sale and I will not give
I want it.
is a ring of star breath. It's not for sale. Unless...
You said it's not for sale, but you said you'd give it to us, right?
if you can convince me of why, maybe.
Because we just saved you?
I agree you did. But
Perhaps it would be a good reward.
So we have proven that we can protect your life.
I have other things, though.
Is your life worth this
Shouldn't
ring?
even mentioned it.
Yeah, it feels like if there's something
Right
you
off the
don't want to
bat,
give
here's
away, you
here's
just
the
shouldn't
first
mention it.
thing.
Oh, looks
can't
like
have
you
it.
could use some healing.
No, it's okay. I can take
Fine,
care of
yeah,
that.
pretty
Yeah.
Is this ring?
fine.
Or I have other things like a wood cutting axe. Or I have 6 empty corked jars. Do these feel like you want them, or give me a persuasion check?
Oh boy.
I also have 3 pouches of vulture giblet jerky.
Well, that's pretty good, actually.
Alright.
Can
The low charisma
Can
person
I
making
do
persuasion.
a persuasion?
You can do a group persuasion.
Yeah, I'm good
Oh,
at these.
I was looking to see if she
yeah.
if she had a ring on any of her fingers that we could see.
On her fingers?
Yes.
No, she's ringless.
All right.
Single.
She's like this dirty old. Her hair is like sticking out every which way, like stuck from natural grease, and she's like old and like
But she's available.
has a shell. She is available.
I love her, so...
What did everybody roll for persuasion?
21.
22.
12.
4.
She looks at the two of you, at Indo and Krotos, and says, "Meh, I don't know if you need star breath. I'd give it to you. Maybe. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I'll give it to you. But can you take me up the mountains, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, can you just hide in your shell? How heavy
But I
are
need to
you?
move. I don't want to move in
Can
my
we
shell.
just carry you?
Ah,
No.
How heavy are you?
How big is she?
she's probably like Doulos' height.
Pretty small.
She's pretty
Got
small.
hunched over.
But she's because she's hunched over and has this shell, cornucopia shell.
Well, one thing is I am a little.
Stop. And she's gonna go into her shell really quick.
Oh, she's in there. I'm just gonna try and pick it up and just see how heavy it is.
I will smack
And it's like
one of
it
Oscar's
rattles
hand.
around. Give me a strength check.
No, I would like to try and prevent one of Oscar's from picking her out.
Okay, how
All
are
right,
you
fine,
wanting to
that's
do
fine.
that?
I just like.
It's okay. It's okay. Monavasco goes to do it. Sees Krotos just like glare. And it's like,
Smack your hand.
She comes back out.
trying to
Okay,
figure out
continue.
logistics.
Well, I just worry, like, the job we're on could be hazardous.
I just need to get up the mountain, and then I'll say ta-ta.
I just didn't want to draw you into any kind of danger, because we just said we didn't want to bring someone into danger.
I just walk off. I just keep walking. Bring the granny.
Trust me, I do not
Is it
want to
all right?
go. If
Bring
you are
the
going
granny.
if you're going to see Vuna, I do not want to go that way.
Oh, well, then I guess we have our answer. We're going to Sivuna. Goodbye.
I just need help getting up the mountain,
Up
and
the
then
mountain.
it'll be fine.
All right. I mean, where is
That
this
is why I'm
mountain?
not giving you the ring.
It's the mountain we're going at.
I cast Star Breath.
Okay.
Yes, I just need to go up the Copper Mountain.
Copper Mountain.
It's actually Copper Bearing. It's my bad. Up the Copper Bearing Mountain. That's where I need to go. That's it. And then I will bid you adieu.
Tell me
That
more
was
about.
very Dexter's Lab.
Tell me more about this turkey giblet jerky.
Maybe
No.
speak while walking.
Yes.
Great.
I have, yeah, because I'm walking.
Yeah.
All right. Is it like?
That's how she walks.
Please tell me she is
Does she
making,
say that? No.
Yeah, she does. She's carrying a shell.
And she also doesn't know. She's been alone for a while, guys.
making little noises with her mouth.
It's kind of like when you play tennis. Ah! Ooh! You just can't help it. You just have no say over like how that happens.
Oh,
I
I'm
feel it's
so
great as hockey, though.
Yeah, it is kind of
Yeah. So is this for sale, or is it just a gift for?
The jerky.
Yes.
Yeah, you can buy it.
All right. How much for your jerky?
3 silver each for each pouch. Mm-hmm.
Well, here's a gold.
Mmm. She eats it. Here you go.
Thank you.
That's how I keep my gold safe.
Yeah, I thank you.
So you guys are going up the Copper Bearing Mountains. I'm sorry, I brought a lot of characters into this. She will go on to explain that her name is Eremite, and she is just a merchant. It got intense. Merchant and traveler, and she's, one of the only humans besides like Vuna and Vuna's brother that are not corrupted by the king and his men. That's why she kind of looked at you and was like, "No,
No, it's fine.
how's your heart?"
Oh, it's still ticking.
I see. And so that's what she kind of explains. Yeah, so you're making your way. Let's see, we've got some time. Up to the Copper Bearing Mountains.
Do they bear copper?
Yeah, sure.
Or maybe the bears are copper colored.
Yeah.
Or it's full of copper ball bearings.
That's it.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yep.
Okay, so we're headed up the mountain.
Yep.
I think this entire time Indo's kind of...
Or I guess you haven't arrived. You are going to the base of you're getting to the base of the mountain.
And then
can
we're
see the
gonna...
person.
Yeah, you can see it approaching. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so how long do you think we've been at it today?
It's been a full day. You've probably been
So
walking.
perhaps... I see Silas yawn.
Yeah,
so
and
perhaps...
it's hard to tell with this light what his time is day or night. But do you think we should rest for a little
It's
bit?
very uncanny, and perhaps we should rest.
Duos chimes in and says it might not be a bad idea to get rest before we
I-
go up a
Yeah,
mountain.
get fresh legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need rest. So,
While we walk, Krotos will approach, and
Yeah, if you guys want to find a spot to rest. Yeah.
we can also rest. But, Indo, may I examine your wounds?
yeah, and I imagine you see, Roots bit me, so it's probably like... Yeah,
I kind of like
teeth would,
take your arm, like turn like them and examine them, and I will use my lay on hands pool and just heal you.
How's that
They-
work? Is
so they, like-
fully?
Ooh, what
Yeah,
you
50
got there?
points. I mean, did you?
50 points?
I
What'd
can
you
do
do?
up to 50 points. Did you
Nice.
take any more than 50?
No.
What kind of
Go to
magic
41.
is
Okay, perfect.
that?
Then you get 41. Okay. Yeah, so it's like
What
that like
kind of
emerald green
magic?
light kind of like goes and like wraps around the edges of your wounds, and then like the light starts to stitch together, and then the wounds start to also stitch together.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Are you a doctor?
No.
Just play one on TV.
No, I am simply blessed by the Queen, Adia.
Nadia.
Do you know about all the star people?
Yes,
Am I the only one who doesn't?
you are corrupted.
Well, I mean, excuse me.
That's what we call you.
I would not know that humans are called corrupted because I've been in the palace.
I would say that you wouldn't. Maybe it's only humans that call corrupted humans
Yeah.
corrupted humans.
What do
Because you
you-
guys probably only just think of them as humans.
Yeah. These were the first. She's like the first non-corrupted human.
Yes.
Sorry. What? A what human?
Corrupted. You see, there are ways, and Doulos is kind of just nodding his head.
Yes, you're bad.
Doulos is like, we've already been through this, really. Like Eremite will say, you know, my people were stolen, and if they were not submissive to the Pantocrator, they were to die or be taken until I guess talked into following the Pantocrator. And I escaped, but I did see the change within my people. I'm always on the outskirts.
Well, all I know is we've been fighting for everybody.
You?
Yes. Why are you laughing?
You are corrupted.
Well, that seems
You
just
have
kind
put a
of...
veil over your eyes and your brain and mostly your heart.
Well, I just try to deal with people the way I would like them to deal with me.
Yes, that would be nice. How many nanos have you enslaved and killed?
We look at this more of a job opportunity program. You know, give them some opportunity, a leg up to do some work. And
A leg up to die?
well, I mean, no, I mean, well, sometimes they're just evil, and you know, you got to deal with the evil. But I just feel like it's giving them an opportunity from nothing to like get some work, and then maybe also help us at the same time, so everybody wins.
So as this
We're
is being
all just
said,
sucking our teeth. just like
as this is being said, the temperature around us is getting colder and colder and colder
And darker.
and darker and darker. And yeah, I mean,
the
actually,
3 star folk are sitting in pitch black.
will you?
Yeah, Doulos is there.
Constitution saving throw.
I need Constitution.
Dang, it's getting cold. This
Everybody?
eclipse sure is making it cold.
Yeah. Fuckers.
What, me too?
Yeah, what did they
We're
do?
in the like aura of it all, right?
Yeah,
Fucking
it's not my
casting
fault.
conical.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Doulos got a 9. Oh, Eremite got a
Bruh.
natural 1.
14.
Silas is reaching in a pouch on her oh, what's the word for it?
We-
Baldric.
Yeah,
Baldric, yeah. And getting out some weird kind of mushroom. And she's kind of shaving off little bits of mushroom, getting out her tinder box, and she's starting a fire because it got real cold all of a sudden.
Oh, it's chilly.
Isn't it?
Have you guys noticed the sky?
Looks like a big old dang spider.
Okay, anyone who rolled less than a 15 takes 5 cold.
So I take 2.
Silas, is it or half if you succeeded? Or just nothing?
Yeah, I don't.
How many
Or
hit points do
resistance
commoners
cold,
have?
right?
Probably half. Half.
Okay.
All of a
So
sudden, you
it's
see Eremite get like sickly and very cold. She's only a commoner. She has 10 hit points.
Curtis like lunges forward to like catch her, and I will lay on hands. Like, oh god.
Did you use all your lay on hands on?
No, I had 9
Okay,
points left.
okay. She's like, I don't like this.
No, so we'll just get this fire going here in a second and warm right on up.
Perhaps a change in topic.
Yes, I agree.
So are you going back to your home?
No,
Ma'am?
I don't have one.
You just wander from place to place?
This is my home.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I travel with my home and my wares. No, I am but a traveler. I am but a hermit, if you will. And I travel around selling wares that I can. So, I'm going to bed.
I will take first watch.
I will take
Eremite goes into her shell.
Take the last watch.
I'll take next to last.
Do not attempt to pick her up again.
Sure.
Doulos, rest. And
Are you
rest
sure?
easy.
I do not mind.
Rest.
Okay, he tucks in next to Eremite's shell.
Good night, y'all. Good night, Blinky.
Blinky?
Silas gives people nicknames. I am Mr. Frown.
And what's mine?
Mystery Man.
Mr. Man?
Mystery Man.
It did sound like you said Mr. Man.
Mr. Man!
Here, Mr. Man.
Okay. You take your prospective watches. I think at this point, we're going to go ahead and zoom out of this scene as Eremite goes into her shell. You can kind of hear tinkering going on in there, and finally you hear
Is it really resonant because it's coming from inside?
Like
Something
echoing?
essentially the shape of a horn.
Like a tuber.
and if there's anything else that anybody wants to do before that, but I think we'll zoom out on this scene. And yeah, we kind of look out on this scene. You're surrounded by skeletal trees. There's a small fire in the center, and the copper-bearing mountains kind of loom over you. And we end it kind of looking up into the sky at this spider-sized eclipse, spider-shaped eclipse. And that's it for episode 3. Thanks so much for watching and hanging in there with us. We love you guys. This has been Lair of the Spider Lord, an Astromythos adventure. You can find the module on astromythos.com. Look up Jon Sideriadis. He's everywhere. He's doing stuff. He's going to cons, doing the thing. Also, Hit Point Press is the one that published his module. So just so you know that, thank you, Hit Point Press. And goodbye. So long.
Farewell.
Special shout out
My
to Nick
friend.
Cage.
Bye, Nick Cage.
See you later, Nick.
We know you're watching.
Nicholas